All right, boys, we're back in the shop. We are working on finishing up this shop build, kind of. Natalie is doing beadlocks for her Jeep because I don't want to do them. So, anyways, we need to get it popping in here because it's kind of quiet, as you can tell. So we are going to hook up the sound system today, which is a very important step to the shop build. So let's get going on that. Okay, so what is all this stuff? It's a great question. This is going to be the sound system for in the shop. Now, story time. Before I was doing this, I used to be in sales, and I was in charge of selling these speakers in the US. So, these are made by a company called Terra Speakers. They're manufactured right here in Maine, which is pretty cool. And what these are is primarily they do outdoor speakers, like really high-end speakers for like high-end homes, or we used to sell to amusement parks like SeaWorld, Legoland, stuff like that. These are 100% waterproof. They're lifetime warranty. You can see these ones are a bit green. They've been in my garden, and I want to put them up in the shop. So what we need to do is paint them. And these are I think these are 6.5 tweeters. So I got 4 of those. And we got, this is a sub, 12-inch sub. I'm gonna hide this above the office out back so you won't even really be able to see it, but it'll add a lot of bass to that. So I wanna get these 2 painted black because they're gonna go up in the rafters. This, I'm gonna leave green. They're gonna go over there, and these will go up there. We're gonna wire everything to the office. I got an amp and a Sonos Connect so I can run it all off my phone, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, if you guys need some really high-end outdoor speakers that are lifetime warranty, hit up Terra Speakers. Also, my guys at Terra, you know who you are. I appreciate the time I spent with you. If you guys are watching this, you want to sponsor the new shop series, hit me up. Put some more speakers up here. All right, let's get these painted, guys. Okay, got these all painted up. Little matte black action. So now we gotta get those brackets up there, right there. So let's get these brackets up, put the speakers up, start wiring. Let's do it. Okay, so speaker 1 is up, speaker 2 is up. Let's go into the office here. So, shout out to Ari Gold there, big inspiration in my life. This is what's going to be powering the speakers. This is a Crown CDI 1000. These speakers take a lot of power. This is a industrial amplifier. So what I want to do, drill a hole through that wall, run some wires up. I'm not going to get too crazy because this office is kind of temporary. So let's do that. so the wire is through the wall, up there, over here. Now, if you guys remember, excuse me, sir. Sir. If you guys remember, let's see if I can even get this to focus in on this. We talked about how we have another lift, storage lift, 4 posts going here. And these 2 beams are going to be removed. Now I'm waiting on engineer drawings and then someone to come and cut all this out and reinforce that. So I don't want to run any wires on these beams across. So what I'm going to do, if you can see, go up along that beam and over. And I'm just going to kind of temporarily tack it because I think they're going to reinforce that. So I'm going to give some extra wire to get us there. So I'm going to run this over there. Okay, so we got 3 sets of wires coming through, 2 speaker, 1 sub. Don't mind the crude holes. Like I said, this office is temporary. So got everything hooked up, I think, the right way. Let me get this up on the shelf here and then let's go test it. Okay, so this, if you don't know, that is a Sonos Connect. So that connects to the amp, which allows me to control the whole system from my phone. Power this thing on. This one here is for the sub. This one here is the master volume. And then obviously you can control the volume from your phone. So looks like everything's working here. Everything's all wired up. Let's go test it out. All right, excuse the mess here. Like I said, this is temporary. Plus, as soon as I test this and it works, I'm going to clean this all up. So, wires come out of the wall. They go up. Speaker over there. Speaker over there. And then down here, I got the sub just kind of temporarily hooked up. So, once I test all this, I'm going to put the sub up there. I have kind of a plan to make it so it doesn't rattle or anything on the roof. So I'll do that. I'll clean up all the wiring and then things should be finalized. So let's give this thing a test. So like I said, take your phone so you can see this. Sonos app. Okay. So, hopefully we can make this work. Okay, so Force Motoring HQ, no music selected. Just going to Pandora. Unable to browse music. Okay. You can adjust volume. Okay. Everything's working. Things are good. Okay, boys, I say today we take a little break from the new shop project. We head out back behind the shop to start a project that kind of correlates with the new shop. Now, if you're an off-road shop and you build off-road vehicles, well, and you do it right, you have to be able to test said off-road vehicles. So let me introduce you to the Force Motoring off-road test track. Boom. Now, get you guys spun around here. This is the woods behind the Force Motoring HQ.
lots of land here. Actually, not that much. The front of the property is about 1.5 acres, and we got about another 1.5 acres back here. So nothing crazy, but enough, I figure, to make a test track. So just, you know, a little run-of-the-mill place, maybe with a couple hard technical lines, get real flexy, test for sounds and squeaks and clearances, bump stop fitment, that sort of stuff. So just something cool. I thought that we could, you know, customers come over, we could take one of our built rigs back here, kind of show what it can do compared to like a stock. Just a cool little thing I thought would be fun to have behind the shop. Something I've always wanted. I wish there was more land, but I think this will be cool. So let me get you guys spun around. I'll do a walkthrough of kind of where I've laid out so far, and then we'll start cutting. So let's do that. Okay, so you can see the orange spray paint. That's kind of like a gate or whatever, or kind of where the trail is going to be. So you're going to come down here. Okay, you need to get this fallen tree out of the way. Clean up some of these stumps, maybe add some rocks right through here. So you'll come down like so. Okay, and you have another gate. We'll clear some of this out. Clear all this out. Wide enough so, or narrow enough so it's technical, but wide enough so you're not scratching the hell out of a brand new build. Then you'll come down here, another gate. We'll clear this fallen tree out of the way. Like I said, I want to add a bunch of rocks throughout this. So this is kind of just the basic layout so far. Obviously I want to add a lot of stuff and dig out and add rocks and add berms and whatever. So then you'll come down here, and we might need to get rid of this one, but maybe kind of sneak through here. Okay, and you'll sneak through these two here. This one and this one have a nice big kind of creek almost here, you know, where you got like these berms that go up the sides. So kind of like the trail will kind of like weave through here like a snake. Get rid of this. Then you'll probably come up over here like so, and then turn into this and ride the edge of that. Okay, so you'll come up like that, and then down through here, and then you'll kind of come right along through here, and that fallen tree there is kind of the edge of the trail because it's a much deeper little ravine there. The property keeps going, but I feel like it's a good place to kind of make this turn. So then you're going to come through here, and you'll see the next two gates is kind of an uphill, off camber type situation. So we'll come up through here, and you'll squeeze through these two. We're going to have to cut this one. Cut that, and we'll come down, trimming out all this little stuff here and the fallen stuff. Then you'll come down and you'll make kind of a turn here and start heading back up. Okay, now we're going uphill, pretty steep here. Big little berm here. Come down through there. We'll get rid of that one. We'll get rid of this little one here. And then it kind of opens up over here. Little bermy off camber here. This is where I want to add a bunch of rocks. So maybe have like an easy line that kind of goes up this way. Also with like a little mock campsite up there where we can take product shots and stuff like that for overland products or just cool Jeep shots, kind of in the woods for photo shoots and stuff for showing off products. Have an easy way that way. But then through here, I want to add a bunch of big boulders. So I'll have to find some boulders locally, have them dumped here, rent some machines to bring them out, but make this kind of like a little boulder field. Maybe even do like some sprayed concrete forms or something to make things even more challenging, but this will come up through here. And then up there is kind of like a little boggy mess that we'll have to trim through, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. So that's where we're at there. Sweating out here, very humid. So we're gonna start cutting, and clearing this trail out. I hope you guys like this, and if you're in the area, once we get it done, and you're getting your stuff worked on, come test it out. Anyways, let's get it going. Okay, I see on YouTube, guys that are building stuff always give little tips. So here's my pro tip. If you are an off-road shop owner and you are building an off-road test track behind your shop, stop right there. Build a swimming pool at your off-road shop first. That way, when you start your off-road test track, you can take periodic swimming breaks. Because I am dying. Also, note to self, when you're watching this later, just to boost the views, go on a diet and eat healthier. Work out more. But I mean, come on. So like I said, guys, all this wiring is kind of temporary because this truss, well, the lower part of both of these trusses are going away, and then where I'm standing will be the new office. So this is just kind of to clean things up and make it look not so ugly. Okay, now, my plan with this sub is to suspend it with this paracord. Will it work? Who knows? For those of you in the boat game, this is called a cluster of line. This is gonna be the most random video in force motoring history right here. Trust me, it's gonna be a lot cooler when it's done. swear I thought this was a good idea. Okay, all right. Doubted myself for a minute, but I think that's gonna work, guys. I'll just kind of level it a little bit here. Okay. Okay, I don't think that's going anywhere. So now, let's just clean up the rest of these wires. Okay, so if you guys know anything about, pro home audio, this is how you do it. You take one of these wire nuts, just like this. This is how the pros do it. And all you got to do is twist it, and you're good. That's what they call pro connection right there. So if you're a home audio expert, ain't doing that. He's an amateur. Joking, of course, guys. Again, this is temporary. Let's not get all crazy in the comment section, okay? Just let me live my life. Okay. Let me live my life. Okay, they're never gonna know. They're just gonna hear awesome bass and they're gonna say, wow, where's that coming from? And say, it's a built-in sub. Not a big deal. It's not like a big deal about it. All right, let's get down there and fire this baby up.
All right, guys, that is a wrap on the sound system. But first, play Off the Grid.
All right, play Off the Grid.
Off the grid, this for my kid. For when my kids have kids. Everything we did for the crib, everything we did, how we live. All this smoke got us.
So, as you can tell from the last clip there, where I was hyperventilating in a tank top, it's no longer summer. Spoiler alert, it's wintertime. But that's where we're at. So I did clear most of the trail here. It's a little tight through here. It's a little tight. So I think what we should do is test it out at this point in time. Now, the whole test track's not done. It stops about 500 yards that way. Still a lot more cutting to do. Turns out doing logging is really hard. Who knew? Thought it was easy. See the guys on TV, I'm like, that looks easy. No problem. But we've got a pretty good path cleared out here. So I'm gonna set this up, try to film as much of it as I can. So let's do it. Hopefully the snow doesn't add too much of a challenge for the JKL. We'll see. Okay, so as you might have guessed, the snow has made things a little challenging. Let me show you what we got going on here. So as you can see,
the trail kind of comes down this, I don't know if you call it a creek, but definitely where water flows. So it gets pretty soupy down here, which is cool because it makes things challenging. And let's be honest, we like challenges. Now, the problem lies right over here. So, as you can see, which of course this is going to look like nothing on camera because that's how off-road filming goes, but this is like a little V-notch here where this creek is. Tree. Now, I dug out a lot of this here to try to level things out. But right now I'm stuffing tire almost on the bump stop there. And then as I come forward, I get within inches of this tree hitting the roof. Now the snow makes it so you're sliding a lot this way. Just kind of challenging, and of course this is all mud. So I'm going to give it one more try, see how we do. And if that doesn't work, we'll have to wait till springtime and maybe dig this out some more, because I don't want to cut that tree, and then over here is just too easy. So that's kind of where we're at there. But if you look, it goes down this way and then kind of hooks that way, and that's all cleaned out quite a bit. So we could go a lot further if we just get past this one spot. So let's give it a try. So, as I was saying, I'm close. I maybe could have made that, but I don't want to risk it for the biscuit. Maybe if I had a spotter, I could make it, but I'm real close. Real close, but you see what I'm dealing with here. So, I think the next logical step is to wait till this warms up a bit and dig some more of this out. Being that this is where we are stuck, figured I could give you a little bit of a tour of the rest of the trail here. So as you were to leave that, you would come down here like so, make this corner here, go between these two trees here, continue along between another set of trees. And this could be a little tricky, you can't really see it on camera, but this is definitely sloped, and this is, it doesn't look tight, but you get a JK through here and it gets tight real fast. So if you have any kind of slipperiness like snow, it could be tricky. Then come down here, and we do have a bunch more property going that way that we could add to, but this is just for now kind of a short little test. So then you'd basically make a turn, come up this little hill, which you can't see at all on camera, but it's a little hill. And then this dips down quite a bit. You need to go down through this dip. And in here, what I want to do is get a bunch of rocks, fill this whole area with like boulder size, rock garden type thing. And then up here where this fallen tree is, it goes up quite a bit. You can't really tell, but make a couple ledges there. So that'll be like a real tricky spot. Now, what I'll do also is make an easy way for, we're going to call it the Overlanders Ridge there. This big hill overland up there and around, and that'll be an easy way. And then in here will be a nice little rock garden, a couple big boulders. And that's kind of where I've stopped cutting. Up there it gets pretty dense, but that will then curve back to the shop. You got another maybe 200 yards back that way to the shop you can go. So kind of cool. For now, ladies, 2 or 3 of you, gentlemen, my boys, this is where I leave you, stranded in the woods. But hey, the shop's got a sick new sound system, so that's good. I think that's going to increase productivity with me and the boys at least 15 to 20%. So if you guys need some work done, hit us up. Wait till the next adventure. We are going on a big snow wheeling trip in like 2 or 3 weeks. I'm hoping to get a bunch of footage of that. That'll be fun. So anyways, that's where I'm gonna leave you guys. Peace.
We off the grid, this for my kid. For when my kids have kids, everything we did for the